Hello. I hear you're here for a ghost story. This is one we found in an old Chicora College yearbook. Is it real? Is it fake? A made-up story by frightened girls? We'll let you decide. Come with me on the tale of Chicora's ghost. Mid the bright and varied pleasures that surround Chicora, there is one thing that sometimes appears to cast a shadow over our happy days. The 8 large rooms in the center of the present dormitory were formerly a part of an old mansion. These rooms testify to their antiquity by their peculiar structure, each having mysterious little alcoves overshadowed by still more mysterious paneled doors near the ceiling. A former resident met with sad misfortune several years ago of losing his mind on account of financial embarrassments. Shortly afterwards committed suicide by jumping from the window of an east room on the 2nd floor. His plan was accomplished, for he was found lying on the pavement with his neck broken. Even after this, the ghost of the deceased is said by the servants to dwell in that room and to make nocturnal visits to its unsuspicious occupants. The story being circulated among the students, nothing could induce an old girl to select her room in that part of the dormitory. Therefore, each year finds new girls in there. At the beginning of this term, as usual, 2 new girls were assigned to that room. At first, they were delighted with its airy windows and its beautiful view, but their ardor was dampened on the 2nd night, when a crowd assembled and rehearsed the legend of the ghost. All that night, the 2 girls lay awake in nervous terror, clinging fast to each other and expecting each moment to be greeted by a visit of a gaunt figure. But no ghost came. Everything went on peacefully for several months, and the thoughts of the ghost died away. One cold, rainy night, about the middle of November, when everyone had just fallen asleep, the girls in the haunted room were suddenly awakened by 3 slow, mysterious knocks on the closet door near the head of their bed. As the girls turned their head in the direction of the door, slowly but surely it opened. A clanking as of chains was heard, and out glided a tall, gaunt, white-clad figure. It came to the side of the bed, and looking down upon the girls with fiery eyes, pointed with spectral arm to the window. The window. It turned and deliberately walked out through the door. Before the girls had scarcely regained their consciousness, balls of fire began playing from pillar to pillar. The door opened and swung backward and forward on its creaking hinges. Chairs and tables were overturned in wild confusion. By this time, frightened voices were heard in the hallway, calling on these girls for help. Their strength returning, they immediately rushed out and found the girls relating the same instance of which they had been witnesses. The crowd then started for the teachers to unravel this mystery. As they crossed the hall, slow, muffled steps were heard approaching. Doleful voice sang, "Asleep in Jesus." As the girls burst into the teacher's room, there arose one loud, prolonged, unearthly yell. Grew cold with horror and stopped the pulse. The sound echoed along the corridors, growing louder and louder, awaking everyone in the house. Just at that moment, a fearful burst of thunder filled with the house, the wind rushing through the hall, a myriad of unearthly forms. But the flash of lightning, we saw the horrid, gory, half-decayed form change into a fire, and with its cartoony mass start toward the cemetery, pointing toward the fatal window. It shrieked in soul-piercing tones, "Beware! Beware! Beware!"